Hello everyone, welcome back to another AP Physics problem. Today we'll be going over question 20 in the MIT AP Physics 1 practice book that will be in the description down below for you guys to use. And here we have a kinematics problem, so with that being said, let's go ahead and solve the problem. It says an object is thrown with velocity v from the edge of a cliff above level ground. Neglect air resistance in order for the object to travel a maximum horizontal distance from the cliff before hitting the ground. The throw should be at an angle theta with respect to the horizontal of, and then we have our answer choices. So before going through the problem, there's one thing we need to know. In physics, there is one angle that gives you the best horizontal um, distance traveled based off the original elevation, and that would be 45 degrees angle, because this 45 degree gives you this beautiful trajectory of this parabola. And here we have this beautiful, if we use something like 35 is going to be a little short. I'm going to stop here. 30 or anything greater than 45 will get you higher, but it's going to stop early. So we know that we don't want something greater than 45 already, since 45 is one is our greater ones. So we can go ahead and delete choice A already. Let me move these out of your way. We can go ahead and delete choice A as one of our options. And then we have now greater than 45 but less than 60. We can get rid of B because we just said 45 is this greatest horizontal travel distance to origin elevation. So now we're left with choice C and choice D. Choice C says greater than 0 but less than 45 above the horizontal, and D says greater than 0 but less than 45 below the horizontal. So as we just said, it's going to be above the horizontal, because if we had one that was below the horizontal, it's going to travel 45 degrees below the horizontal. That is just going to be underneath it. And that being said, uh, oh, sorry. This is, oh, yeah, sorry. I'm overlooking the most important part. This is a cliff. It says right here, from the edge of a cliff above ground level. So, since it's above ground level, 45 degrees below the horizontal, so that's going to be this, 45 degrees below the horizontal, it's going to be thrown this way. But if you think about it, if you're throwing the object down this way, aren't you just sending it to the ground faster and giving him less time to travel? And if you threw it 45 degrees above the horizontal, so 45 degrees above the horizontal, you're letting it travel for a longer distance. And since it's traveling a longer distance, that means, sorry, not a longer distance. Since it's traveling for a longer time, it's going to cover a longer distance. So that just makes choice D incorrect, because if we had it below, we're going to send it straight down, and if we send it straight down, that's just going to end its trajectory sooner. And as I said, I did mistake the problem for not seeing that it said the edge, but just looking back at that for just choice A and B, as I said, 45 degrees in projectile motion is the greatest degree you want, because 45 will give you that maximum horizontal. And if we use something like 60, 60 would be up here, and it would just stop here. And then anything between 45 and 60 would be something like this, a little further, but not as farther as 45. And that's why choice C would be our best option, because it's saying which one of, it says right here, um, in order for the object to travel a maximum horizontal distance from the cliff before hitting the ground, the throw should be at an angle of, and our best option would be choice C, because it's going to be greater than 0, because as you can see, just any angle that's just greater than 0, so even 1, it's still going to travel some distance, may not be that very far, but it is going to be very well. So between 0 to 45 is our answer. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's anything you didn't understand or was confusing, please comment down below, and I'd love to go through and answer your questions. Hope you have a good day, continue prepping, and remember to enjoy life.